And it makes me mad. These are angry tears. I'm mad.
Angry words from neighbors as major changes are underway at a company that cares for mentally challenged adults. Damar Services says it is dramatically reducing its in-home care services.
But it denies that it has anything to do with a recent IT-Mate investigation that exposed questionable supervision by caregivers. IT-Mate's Bennett Haeberle joins us now to explain. Bennett?
David Brooke, Damar is calling this a business decision that had been in the works for more than a year, and they say that it is not in response to our investigation that showed how mentally challenged adults have often walked away from their homes and caretakers. Damar, which had provided in-home caregivers to 100 mentally challenged adults, now says it's reducing that number dramatically.
Morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, doesn't matter. I mean, he looks so beat up.
Lindsay Rutford's cell phone is filled with pictures and videos of the mentally challenged man down the street, who she says often walked away from his home. His in-home caregivers, she says, nowhere in sight.
The caregivers are still not out. They still don't know he's missing.
She's recorded several encounters over the years with the severely autistic man. Lindsay says he often comes by simply wanting a soft drink. But other encounters, she says, were more concerning.
What they did to that young man was sick. It was sick. He had bloody lips, full diapers. Half the time he didn't have clothes on. And it's upsetting. It is. It's upsetting.
Other neighbors also reported concerns about the man's care. Video first reported by IT-Mate shows the man walking down the street in early May, when overnight temperatures had dipped into the 30s. He is barefoot, with an adult diaper on the outside of his clothing. Police records show they've made nearly 50 runs to Damar residential homes this year alone for missing persons reports, assaults, or mental health investigations. Oftentimes, police say the caregivers had no knowledge that the individuals were missing until they were notified by IMPD.
It's sad because they trust these people to take care of people that can't take care of themselves, and they're not doing their job.
Damar held meetings last week to address neighbors' concerns. Then yesterday, neighbors noticed the mentally challenged man was being moved out. His family tells IT-Mate they've made other arrangements. Neighbors also received this letter from Damar saying that they will no longer be providing support services to the individuals in these homes. Many of the caretakers will remain the same, but will work for a new company, not named in the letter. Neighbor Jeannie Sherry says she wonders how much change there will be if the caretakers remain the same, but the company changes.
If you've got 4 or 5 adults there, sometimes at one time, what's the problem?
So you're questioning the quality of care that they're being given?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A Damar spokeswoman said that CEO Jim Dalton was unavailable for an interview, but he shared this with us last week.
Sometimes when you have the charge of caring for someone with such great disabilities, and sometimes you're caring for more than one at one time, things don't always go perfect.
And again, Damar says it has been in the works to transfer its in-home care services to Compass Residential and Consulting. I reached out to that company this afternoon, and a spokeswoman there told me that Compass looks forward to the new clients they have at Damar and that they will take heed of any and all concerns as they continue to move forward.
But they haven't even made that announcement public yet.
No, in fact, this news we just broke this afternoon that in fact Damar is transferring the bulk of its in-home care services. As I said, they used to work with about 150 individuals, now being pared down to 20. Wow. And so Compass says in the near future they hope to basically introduce themselves and explain how they plan to go about taking care of these very fragile individuals.
And it's interesting timing. They say it had nothing to do with the IT-Mate investigation.
Right.
But a week after the IT-Mate investigation, they made these changes.
Their contention is the timing is coincidental. I mean, neighbors have raised clear concerns about the quality of care being provided to some of these individuals. Damar says that this plan to shift this business strategy has been in the works for about a year now.
All right, Bennett, thank you.
Sure.